pessimism, very hard viewing a little kid.
As with many of the emigre directors who came to America from Europe, particularly people like Zinnemann who came to escape fascism, I think there's an appreciation of the securities of American middle-class life, but also there's that understanding that there's always a menace there. You never know when some element of the dark past is going to surface and imperil them.
Film noir is not a realistic film. It's a transformative film. Its business is to take reality, the street, the railroad yard, and transform it to make it more menacing, more darkly glamorous than pure realism would dictate. The cinematographer was Robert Surtees on this film.
Surtees embraced everything about film noir here. Harsh shadows, hard light, that whole web-like menace that envelops the characters in their moments of peril.
More remarkable is to take an innocent small town and shadow it in the way that Surtees does in this film. The small town is a crucial symbol in American movies of innocence, simplicity. And to take that and cast it in the deep shadows of noir is almost a more remarkable achievement than making the mean streets of Los Angeles look even meaner than they really are.
What's remarkable about An Act of Violence is that it begins with Frank Henley, Van Heflin's character, in an ostensibly normal life.
He's living a sunny existence in a small town. He's building his business, respected in the community as a child. He's married to the utterly divoon Janet Leigh. All is well with him, but he has a past. And the past is represented and exemplified by Robert Ryan, who is stalking him. Ryan was a great screen actor. I think very undervalued subsequently. But there was a unique darkness to Bob Ryan.
You know you're going to talk. I'm going to make you talk. I always make you punks talk. What do you
He
do?
was a piece of work, this guy. And he made a lot of noir and noirish movies because he so perfectly sort of suited the mood of those movies. Another thing to be mentioned in terms of this movie is Mary Astor's astonishing character turn as a very tired hooker who encounters Van Heflin when he's on the run.
I think Mary Astor will be familiar to people probably from Maltese Falcon. And even though this wasn't that many years later, she's transformed into somebody that's worn, defeated, but at the same time able to embrace someone in trouble and try and help a fellow traveler, if you will, in the noir underworld.
She's like the bar girl, and nowadays a woman playing that role would probably be 20, and she's 40.
There are actresses who are sex bombs, and there are actresses who quietly the American male identifies as really sexy, and Mary Astor was one of the latter.
There's an old expression in film noir. Sometimes the monster is actually in the light, and the good guy is in the dark.
What I like about film noir, and I always did, was it was always fatal. The whole beauty of it was that you died in the end.
Genres are surrounded by conventions. I mean, that's what they do, and that's why we love them. But when they transcend those conventions and take you into serious, thoughtful considerations of the psychological or moral issues that they're raising, then they become great.